camera, so I'm wanting to test a few things out. So I hope you can join me. If you're catching me live, you'll see the red live up in one of these corners, and then if you tap on the screen for Facebook, in this corner, you'll see 3 little white dots appear, and you can click to turn on live notifications, and that lets you know when I'm coming live. And then for YouTube, hello YouTube, thanks for joining me. And you can click on subscribe and then click the bell and turn on to all notifications, and that will let you know when I'm coming live, okay? So today I thought I would not only test my new camera, but kind of go over some skincare, our kudos, the Lash Duos and Trios sale, because I think that actually might be ending tomorrow. I'm trying to think if it's tomorrow or the following day. So I thought I would share all the things. So I'm going to go ahead and try and make sure that I've got everything up here. Because I'm kind of short one technology piece, but that is okay. So I just want to make sure, and then if you would go ahead and hit that button right there. If you're on Facebook, invite your friends. If you know they're in need of some skincare or love to do things with their lashes and make them healthy, invite them to come too, okay? So I have a bowl of hot water in front of me. It's kind of been cooling already, so it's warm water. We're going to start with doing the ology mask. They're going to come in a container like this. This is my hydrating mask, okay, which I'll probably use once I'm done with using my day moisturizer in this. But to start, to kind of review, I just have my sample packet right now because I need to grab that mask in the full container yet. But just to kind of go over some little bits of this particular mask, it's white. It's got kind of like a sugar scrub feel in there. And with this particular mask, it's going to help a lot with your pores. It's going to also help to remove like any dull skin that we have that keeps your face from looking radiant. So I am in need of that again. I meant to do it the other day and then I ran out of my stuff, so I had to order more and wait for that to come. But I thought I would show how we use our younique applicator, which is super fun to be able to apply these masks. And that way, if you're not wanting to get all dirty or your fingers just full of stuff, you can apply it with that. I do happen to use my fingers when kind of rotating the mask all over. You can use the applicator to do it that way. I just find that it maybe works a little better in that regard using my fingers once I apply it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting this onto my applicator. So I just squeeze it out and I'll show you here what it's going to look like if I can get it out. Here it comes. I'm like, are you coming out or not here? So you get it onto here. I do like to get it just a tad bit wet, so when I'm applying, it will go on smoothly. I do have a towel on my lap, just so that I can make sure if there's any extra fallout that it will go onto there instead of all over my clothes. So then if you want, you can even get the applicator a little bit more wet. And I'm just kind of showing, if you're not wanting to use your fingers, how you can apply it to the whole face just using the applicator. So I'll go ahead and get it wet again, and then I just kind of trail what I've already put on my face into the areas that I need it. The other part I'll show you is when I use my fingers to work it through my skin. Oops, got some on the table here. But this particular thing has kaolin clay, vitamin E, shea butter, and some blend of salts, which is the part that's kind of like the sugary scrub that we rotate on our face within this when you put it on. And that is going to work through all of that skin that needs to come off. Okay, so I'm just working more of this onto my applicator, and we'll start bringing this all over. Now you can just put this in areas maybe that you want to focus on. You don't have to use it on your whole face. Excuse me. And so you can choose to do that, or kind of like me, I'm gonna probably move this kind of all over the place just so I can make sure kind of good once in a while to get all of my skin instead of just a few particular spots. Okay. All right. So along with using my my face masks, I use my skincare. And for the skincare, it's very, very, very unique, no pun intended, for either names. But the cool part is you can do, what do you call them? I am drawing a blank all of a sudden already. You can use the skincare quiz, is what I'm trying to say. And so you can go ahead and do that on my website, and that will help you to choose maybe what you need for the items that you will use for your skincare. Okay, so if you're just hopping on and joining me, we're doing the exfoliating mask. And it's also fun just to do this kind of for a spa day, right? Taking some time for yourself is a good thing to do, right? So if we're always busy and don't have time, it's good to set aside some time, which I know it can be hard to find, right? Am I right or am I right? So we'll just finish putting this on. But within the Yoology is our skincare line. And that's where you can go ahead and go onto my website. You can click on skincare quiz, but then also kind of down below it shows all of the products that are in the Yoology line. And so for me, I have got pretty much, I think, everything down there except a few things. And I've had some of the things in the past too, but just working on restocking. So it's super fun, and the thing that I like about it is it's customizable to you. You can choose, you know, if you want, instead of taking the skincare quiz, out of all the products that we have, you can choose to do you. So that's kind of fun, right? You can just make it you, make it your own, and go from there. Okay. So I'm still just trying to finish working this on, and usually I would go faster than this, but since we're on here hanging out and talking, I just chose to kind of go a little slower. But you're going to leave this on, I think it's 5 to 7 minutes. Let me look on my slip here. Yep, 5 to 7 minutes. And you're going to let that kind of sit, but I also like to kind of just rotate around anything that I've got here. In the spots that I put it. And again, you don't have to use it, you know, all over. You can choose to put it where you want, okay? So I just noticed I need to kind of drag some of this down this way, and it's kind of fun because you'll get some in your hair. Always happens to me. All right, so then I'm going to show you, instead of if you're, you know, only wanting to use this, like kind of showing that option, then I'm going to also show what you can do using your fingers. And I just was trying to get some more water onto here so you can see how we do it that way as well. I'm going to lay that on my little thing there. So then what I do is I get my hand, what I've got wet, I've got that bowl of water in front of me. I then, if I'm not over a sink, will hold a towel. And I'm just going to kind of lightly, in a circular motion, just working the product into your skin. That's going to help to work away any of that dull skin that may need to come off. Okay. And then we'll let it sit just a few more minutes since I've already had it on my skin for a while. But typically, if you're not sitting here yakking like me, you would then just leave it sit 5 to 7 minutes. I guess my nose wanted to partake in some of it too here. And then you can go ahead and wash it off with your cloth, okay? So that's what I've got here, my orange cloth that I'm going to use. Again, you may get some in your hair, and that's okay. It'll come out. So as you can see here, I kind of have a few spots that I've gotten it near my eyes. I tried to not do that, but for some reason this was so thick over here, I ended up with it near my eye. But if you can, try to keep it away from the eyes, because clearly I got a little fun time going on here. So in the Yoology, like I was saying, we'll let this sit a few minutes and talk about this. You can customize your things, okay? So I've got these two. This is my cleanser. This is my serum. My cleanser I have been using right now just at night instead of morning and night Do you need something, babe?
You want to let them know when seeing that text come up. It's from the camera. I don't know how.
Oh, okay. With our new camera, we've kind of got some text that pops up every so often, so just ignore that. We're still trying to work out a few kinks, so just ignore that. It's something that automatically pops up on my camera since it's new, and yeah, so just ignore that. Okay, so I usually will use, if I can, morning and night, but lately it's been at night just because of my typical daily routines. The serum I do love to use as well, and I use that on my lids and below my eyes. And then I've got my day moisturizer, so if I clean in the morning, I will put it on. Sometimes I will just put this on. Then at night, I've got my night cream. Okay, so this is my night cream. And I'll tell you what I have really quick, and then we'll wash this off in each of my items, so you can name it after you. So mine is Melissa Ology, and I'll show you the little things that come inside there. It's going to come with like a little booklet talking about each of the items that are in there. Ooh, goodness, this is green. If you can tell, it's for some reason not focusing on that, but that's okay. So anyway, we've got the Melissa Ology, and this is the part that in each of your items, what you can either choose or if the skincare picks it for you based upon how your skin is. So in my serum, I've got the wrinkle reducing booster, firming booster, and a glow booster. Okay. Then in my, let's go over to the moisturizer, the oil control booster, pore diminishing booster, environmental shield booster. Then in my cleanser, I've got replenishment booster, pore diminishing, and hydrating boosters. Then my night cream, I've got calming, replenishment, and hydrating boosters. Okay, so the fun part for me is all the things that it does for your skin. It's gonna work away, like for me, I really struggle with my pores kind of by my nose. A little bit here, like in our T-zones, but mainly right around my nose. The thing I have noticed with using it is it does diminish my pores. They don't seem as big, and my skin just feels overall healthy, soft, and smooth. Okay. So with the mask that we have on, again, you just want to avoid getting it in your eyes, just lightly massaging it into your skin. And you want to do upward motions. I try to not do this bit downward, just upward motions kind of make more sense with how the shape of our face is. Okay. So if you do have any questions on the skincare, feel free to send me a message. I'd love to help you. If you're like trying the skincare quiz and you're just like, oh, I'm just not sure, I can definitely help you with picking any other boosters that you're kind of wondering about. Okay, so then I've got my new hydrating mask. This is new for us in our Yoology line. I am absolutely loving it. If you didn't see my post from yesterday, go ahead, and it's just a brief one, but go ahead and check that out. But the Yoology hydrating mask you can put on thicker like the other masks like this, or I've been using it as a light layer of moisturizer, sometimes in replacing of my day moisturizer, but I'll try to put the day moisturizer on in the morning, and then I will use my Yoology mask maybe more evening and overnight time. That's kind of basically for that one when you do want to use it. Otherwise, if you do just use it like we are here, you're going to want to put it on and then take it off in 10 minutes, but you don't have to. The thing with clarifying what I'll say at night is I put a thin layer. I don't make it thick like this because obviously it's going to get all over your pillow, right? So, excuse me, I just use it in a really thin kind of like a lotion layer, okay? And just let it really sit onto my skin. I get up in the morning and I'll wash that off. Then I actually do go back to my day moisturizer, and if you didn't want to do that and you still want to use the hydrating mask, you could put that on again if you wanted and just wear it all day. Okay, let's go ahead and remove this one. And as I take this one off, I will do similar motions again as when we put it on. And I'll show you what I mean by that. But the one thing I did just grab and forgot to talk about is our rose water. If you are a rose water fan, we do have other, I think they're still available, 3 other ones. There's grapefruit, cucumber, and what's the other one? I'm trying to remember. Lavender. And those are a toning spritz. So like for me, the rose water, if I have like kind of red splotchiness on my face, I will use it all over my face. I have used it on my eczema since I suffer from that. And that is another good thing to try. So as I was mentioning, you just kind of soft circular motion, and then I'll just try and rinse my towel off if I can right after I've done gone and done taking this off. Then I will also still just in the same motions trying to work off any of that skin that needs to come off along with this, okay? The thing I like when I'm done with this is my face feels so soft. It's just awesome. Alright, so the other thing, I don't know if you saw my other video for the unboxing. I ordered in a few other supplies, and then I also ordered, you can go ahead again, if you're just tuning in, ignore this on the screen, it comes up with my new camera, we're still working out a few kinks. But I did order my kudos for this month, so we've got what, till the 29th is it this month, since we're in a leap year? And that I am super excited about because within the kudos, you're getting a super awesome deal. I ended up getting 2 of my liquid shadows, and you can choose a blush and a lipstick. So within that, you get to choose from different options on a lot of these things. Of course, in the liquid foundations, you're going to be able to choose from 8 different colors. And then you can choose in the blusher or the, whoops, just got water all over, lip exfoliator. Okay, so you can choose from either of those. And then you can choose any lip gloss or lip color. So that is from all of those listed there. You get to choose what you would love. Okay, so it's $77 for this month. So I would run and get it because, and I didn't even think to look, we do have some of the blushes that are currently out of stock right now. Last we looked a few days ago, there was a couple colors left. So maybe go ahead and click on the blusher, honey, on that blusher line. Right where your mouse was at. Nope, the next one up. Blush. Yep. So click on the press blusher. And then click that one below it to make a selection. So currently right now it actually looks like we have 3 of them in stock. So it looks like one did come back in stock. And we've got Seductive, Stunning, and Surreal. I have the Surreal. I ended up getting the Sweet since I didn't have that one yet. I was so excited, and I got a new lip color. But I will go ahead and probably do some of that tomorrow night. So using my fun new products. And I did try on my lipstick. It looks really cool. So it's just super fun. And then I do have a few more orders coming just with some other things that I maybe don't have colors in. I know I got some lipsticks coming, a lip liner. Gosh, I'm trying to think of everything I ordered, but all right. So here we are. We're working on taking this mask off still, and I try to just make sure to rotate. It's kind of hard on the chin, but just making sure to rotate in that circular motion. And don't worry about pressing too hard on your skin. You don't want to get it super rough, right? So kind of feeling those salts like a sugar scrub just is nice and relaxing, like we're having a spa day. All right, so just make sure that you get it from everywhere. Sometimes I tend to forget, or it's sitting in my hair somewhere. So we'll do this nice circular motion for rotating this off. And I try so hard to not get it all over up in my hair, but that happens sometimes. All right, so If you do have any questions, I would love to help you. Go ahead and send me a message. Or if you do need a color match or have questions on anything, be sure to say hi, okay? Alright, so we're just finishing working off this mask, and I don't even know how long we've been at, honey.
About 10 minutes left.
Okay. Alright, so we're also testing out kind of the length of my videos. This particular camera may or may not only let me go so long, so we're just trying to test that out. So if you kind of have, where I'm pausing some, we're just trying to figure out timing of things and how long we have left. Okay, I'm hoping I'm not forgetting anything. We kind of discussed, honey, right before we started what I was going to talk about, and I'm hoping I didn't miss anything. Okay.
Oh, the lashes.
Oh yes, how could I forget? Oh my goodness. So we were kind of talking already at the beginning. We've got National Lash Sale Day. Look at that, look at it all, it's so much fun. So I just ran out of my serum and I accidentally threw away the container. So I do have my serum, and you can choose between the serum and it looks like, I think on the Lash Duo set, I don't know if it lets you pick which mascara, but there's the 4 different kinds. So we got the 2 duos and the 2 trios. That's hard to say all that fast. And so you can go ahead and choose from any of those that you prefer. If you're like me, I am in love with all of the mascaras, so it's kind of fun that you can pick, and you can make your selection from either the lash primers or the serums, depending on if it's a duo or trio. Okay, I'm working on getting the primer yet, but with the serum, you want to use that at night, and you're going to apply starting about halfway up your lashes and then towards the tips of them, and then the same thing on the bottom. Now these are going to help to grow the lashes, also be a nutrient to the lashes, and to make them healthier. I'm still kind of doing a study on everything that's within the serum and how good it is for the lashes. But then because you use that at night, then of course the following day you can apply the primer. You apply the primer, kind of let it dry for just a little bit, like about 30 seconds I would give it, and then you can add your mascara over the top of that, okay? So like we prime our face with our makeup, that is what you're doing to your lashes as well, okay? Super fun, exciting stuff. I kind of stumble over my words because there's just so much excitement in my head that it's hard to like get it all out at the same time. So I'm going to let my face kind of dry just a little bit more from the water that I used to remove the mask. And then I'm going to actually show you the hydrating mask and how I wear that. It's kind of becoming one of my next favorite masks. And it's fun because it smells just like the beach, and you can tell I've been using it already. Look at that. And it's just super fun. And the other neat part is that it kind of has like a, I can't even think of the word, not glitter, that's, oh, what would the word be? I don't even know. Maybe I'll just show you on my hand once I put it on. Because it's so hard to explain, but it's just fun because it kind of gives like this glow to your face, and I just love it, and it just feels so comfortable, moisturizing, and a lot of the time you don't feel like you have anything on your face. That's the thing that I love about every single product here that I use. You don't feel like you have anything on. So here we go. So this one I'll show you is kind of like spongy a little bit. I don't know if you can see that when I'm tapping on it. And so I just kind of start like this, and I'll just start working it on like it's lotion, and I tend to get it in my nails, so then I have to clean out my nails. But I'll just put it on in a soft circular motion just to all the areas that I want to apply the mask. And now this is how I was saying at the beginning, how you're just going to apply it in a thin layer instead of the thick layer where it would be all blue on your face. if you're just using it as a mask for that 10-minute time frame. So I just tend to, again, just kind of get a little bit on my finger at a time and just kind of start dabbing where I want to use it. And then again, just be careful around the eyes. So I tend to just kind of do right below. And then I work it in. So let me see if I've got that shiny layer I'm talking about. I don't see it so far on my fingers, but I think it's when I've kind of used a little bit more that it comes about. So let me see if it'll do it here. Alright, so I'm just applying a thin layer. And I don't know if you can tell that, but it kind of has like a shininess on your fingers when you're done, so it's doing that on your face as well. It's kind of hard to relay unless you see it in person, but it's just super fun. Alright, so I'm just rotating circular motions, adding this mask on. This is going to add a lot of hydrating to your skin, especially if you have really dry skin and suffer from that. I do suffer from it, but not as severely since I've been working meticulously on my skincare, trying to just help combat any of that. So I just love to apply this thin layer onto my skin. It's super nice. And the thing I like too, a lot, I already said it, is the smell. It's just super fun. Kind of makes you feel like you're at the beach. You know, those spa days you have, you kind of just feel like you're sitting on the beach. I haven't been to too many beaches in my lifetime. How about you? Alright, so hopefully I've got everything. Maybe I'll do a little bit more right through here. It's important to take time for yourself. I'm learning a lot of that in the last year and a half. Very important to have you time, okay? So make sure to take care of yourself, and if you need help with anything too, you know, what do you do to relax, you're wondering, you can send me a message and I'd love to chat with you, okay? Alright, so hopefully we've gotten all the areas that I want to apply this. The other thing that I love with this is it just really is just nice and glowy on your skin, and it's just super, I don't know, super relaxing. I think I missed this side of my nose. Sometimes I wonder, how did I miss that? Alright, so you can kind of see the glowiness. I don't know if you can tell that, if it's relaying across.
Yeah.
Alright, so just makes that skin super glowy. For me, it's super soft. I just let it sit there, let it soak in, do its thing. And yeah, super fun. Alright, so what kind of time frame are we at, babe?
About 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes left, okay.
You know, I explained it. We lose them that one back on.
So another thing I'll tell you, since we are kind of working on the part of the video side with this new camera, if I do happen to lose you, I'll hop back on. We'll just start it right back up and do part 2. I won't take much longer after that, but just so you know that I didn't just like stop to stop all of a sudden, okay? Learning all sorts of new things. We've been doing a lot of studying this weekend with that, and so yeah, we're just trying to figure out the time frame. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of my serum. I did not, as you saw, use any of my mask on my eyes because you want to try and keep that away. Now this is the serum. I like to put it on here and then just right down below my eye. I'll put it all the way out kind of where my eyebrows end, and I'll just let this sit and soak there. So I just squirt tiny little bits out from the pumper and just let this sit here. Okay, hopefully honey it'll show you when it'll stop. So we'll get some underneath here, and again you can ignore all of that stuff that comes up on the screen. It's a little thing we're trying to work out to see why that comes up all the time with this. Alright, so again I'm using my serum, and I can tell you what my boosters are again if you missed it the first time. Or if you want to catch the replay and watch kind of toward probably about almost the middle of the live session here. So then I just leave this sit here. It's kind of hard to get up in this corner here, so try and go that way. But yeah, it's super fun. I don't know if it's stopped at all, honey, or if we're at that time. It's hard for me to say.
Seconds.
42 seconds left, so again, if I disappear, it's not on purpose. We're just trying to figure out how long this is going to let us record. It's telling us like 29 seconds and some seconds, or 29 minutes and some seconds. So we'll see how it goes here. And if I drop off, I will come back, okay? So I will try and keep talking here just so we can kind of see where it's going to slice it or if it'll keep us going. And then I will hop back on and kind of finish up here, okay? So if you are just catching me, thank you so much for hopping on. If you're catching the live, you will see the lives up in the corners if we're still going. I'm not quite sure.
Let it go about 10 seconds.
So we'll try and keep going here again, and thank you all for joining me. It's always so much fun to hang out, and especially to have some spa time and just make time for you. So are we at those 10 seconds? We're still going. Did it end?
I just realized that the clock on the here it says 31.5 minutes.
Okay,
That's
well,
good.
we must still be going. So if you want, go ahead and shop right here. And I probably won't do a take two because we seem to still be rolling, but I didn't really have any plans to kind of go beyond this time frame. But I will still be going live tomorrow, which is Monday, and I go live Mondays and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Central. And come see me tomorrow because I'm going to use some of the new products that I got. And I'm still kind of learning a lot about the liquid shadows, but just come learn along with me, okay? It's always fun to do that. So I thank you everyone for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Goodbye, everyone.